Hello, this is Just Listen, hosted by George. Today is November 21st, 2023. I want to follow up on the U.S. government policy on firearms. I want to focus on three areas. Trying to get more guns equals victims creating violence versus people violence towards each other, crime rate statistics, population between black and white. I want to start with population between black and white because that seems to be where most of the focus is for the federal government to make decisions. So currently, as of 2023, the black population is 13.6%, and the white population is 58%. The government uses that to allocate money for programs against firearms currently, which ties into the second point of looking at the actual statistics. Okay, so there was a 2019 homicide table that the FBI did. And if we look at the race of the victim and the race of the offender, we have white race victim would be 2,594 people. And then the race of the offender is white, so that would be the number. For black, it would be race of the victim being black, and race of the offender being black would be 2,574. Now, on the surface, you would say, well, that looks like it's pretty close. But I said that the white population is 58% and the black population is 13.6. So that shows you that based on the population of black versus white, the numbers are staggering on the black on black violent crime towards each other. And so the decision makers are not focused on the root cause of the violence between black people against each other. Now, I want to look at some crime rate statistics based on states and cities. So the number one state with high crime would be Memphis, Tennessee. Now, I'm going to attach these graphs so that you can look at it and see how it breaks out. There's also, they talk about property crimes and all that, but I'm just looking at the violent crimes, people killing each other with weapons, which, by the way, are weapons that are not registered in the first place. Then you have Detroit, Michigan. Then you have South Bend, Indiana, Little Rock, Arkansas, Cleveland, Ohio, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And then you can look at the other 10. Now, something else to look at is that a couple of cities are ranked as being the most dangerous in the world. Those are Memphis, Detroit, South Bend, Little Rock. Those are considered some of the most dangerous countries in the world, not just in the U.S., but in the world. So why am I talking about gun control yet again? Well, I'm talking about it because if you look at the data, what the government is trying to sell to us as the root cause, and I've gone over that before, is not really what's occurring. And quite honestly, we don't know why there's so much black on black crime. And of note is LA, Los Angeles, California, and Washington, D.C. If you look at the current year crime statistics, they didn't even send any data. But if you look at D.C., you'll see that the crime rates are very high with homicides. And as a matter of fact, the crime rate, and I'm talking about violent crime, went up 39% from 2022 to 2023. We need to look at the root causes of firearm issues in the country. When I was looking through everything, nothing talks about hunters and gun enthusiasts doing anything wrong that would justify so many rules and regulations against them. And the government has purposely not addressed the high crime rates in the cities with unregistered guns. They haven't talked about why, if you're 13% of the population, being the black population, why there's so much violence between people. It's not the guns that we need to talk about. We need to talk about people's behavior. So I want you to look at the graphs that I have attached. This is George. This is Just Listen. Let me know what you think.